And so, yeah, Tariq, welcome.
Hey, how are you, Monica?
Hey, good, sir. How are you?
I'm good. It's very interesting whenever we start talking about reparations for foundational Black Americans. We notice that a lot of the conversations, the logic is just all over the place to deny compensating foundational Black Americans.
Okay, stop. I need you to do us a favor, because not everyone in this room, remember I said before I brought you up, a lot of people don't understand that there is a foundational Black Americans heart in this country, ideology, movement, whatever you want to call it, and then there's the Black immigrants. Okay, and I've been in a few of those spaces, so I've been privy to those conversations. But a lot of people in this space who follow me are not. So if you could educate us on that, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Oh, it's real simple, ladies and gentlemen. A foundational Black American is a Black person in America who's not an immigrant. It's that simple. Foundational Black Americans, we are actually the only non-immigrant group here. We're the only group who built the United States from the bottom up, from scratch. There was no United States until foundational Black Americans built it. So we are exclusively the real natives of the United States. We are the Aboriginal people of the United States because we built this nation from the bottom up. So that's what a foundational Black American is. We're not African American. We don't like to even use the term Black American too much because Rachel Dolezal is a Black American. We're foundational Black Americans. We like to specify what group we are and what our lineage is. This is a lineage claim. And when we talk about reparations for the lineage of foundational Black Americans, a lot of people get into a lot of nonsensical justifications to deny it. They talk about, well, we should all be grateful that we were born with the privilege to be here. Foundational Black Americans, we don't have a privilege. We built something that nobody else built. So that's not a privilege. That's something that you work for, and we were not compensated for it. We always hear the narrative that other groups are coming over here and they're so happy and grateful that they came over here. Well, yeah, you're grateful because you're benefiting from something that you didn't really work for. You came over here and just pulled up a chair to a table that was already made for you. So yeah, you would be grateful to that. Foundational Black Americans, we built the table, set the table, built the plates, and built the cups, and we were never compensated for it. And this is what we're talking about, reparations. We have to get reparations in the form of cash. I heard somebody was talking about free education and all of this nonsense. My family, when they were forced to work on these prison camps, which were plantations, because they were prison camps, that's all they were forced to work, and their labor was exploited from them. They didn't get exploited for free education. They were giving these white supremacists money. The white supremacists made billions of dollars off the backs of my family. I want some of the money that they made. Give me exactly what they took from my family. I don't want food stamps. I don't want Starbucks coupons. I don't want a free education. I don't want little trinkets and widgets. We need cash payments the same way they give everybody else cash payments when they are aggrieved. When the Japanese were aggrieved, they gave them cash payments. When other groups are aggrieved, they give them cash payments. Even people who are non-citizens, the Ukrainians, are getting cash payments. And they're not even citizens. Certain Hispanic groups are getting cash payments. They're not even citizens. Afghanistanians are getting cash payments. They're not even citizens. Nobody has a problem with other groups getting cash payments from the United States government. It's only a problem when foundational Black Americans are supposed to get cash payments, and we've never gotten anything exclusive from the government that we actually built. And the reason why is because part of white supremacist culture is to define their culture from our deprivation. They gauge their progress on
but the level of deprivation. Did you build it? Did you build the building?
Hey,
yeah,
Mimi,
yes, ma'am.
Hand up, Mimi. So when you're done, I'm going to go next.
Yes, Mimi, I did build it because I am my family and my family is me. My ancestors and I are one and the same. So yes, I did build it, ma'am. And the money that was generated from me and my family, I'm including myself because I am my ancestors, that money and the wealth and resources was locked into white supremacist society, and we were specifically deprived of getting access to those resources and funds. And those maldistributed resources have been passed down generationally to the white supremacists today. So they are on the hook for it because the government is on the hook for it. I don't want to hear stories about, well, I came over here from Ireland in 1920. I didn't own a slave, but you came over here to a government that had created itself from maldistributing resources, from exploiting foundational Black Americans. So you are a complicit in utilizing those funds. The reason why people came over here, they saw that there was a good deal going on. They saw that there was a lot of money and resources that was generated from Black people. And they saw that if they were classified as white, they can come over here and get a piece of the pie. That makes you complicit with the criminal activity of racial exploitation of foundational Black Americans. People have all of these excuses to justify why we should be deprived and we should be a permanent underclass, which we should not be. And let's be clear, reparations are already being paid in the form of all of these militarized police surplus trinkets that they have. The police and the military, they spend all of this money. They spend trillions of dollars trying to codify and trying to pacify the collective psyche of white society by subjugating us. They have to subjugate us militarily. That's where a lot of the reparations are going, because if you try to subjugate a people and do it militarily, the money is going to run out eventually. So instead of just throwing money away to law enforcement, who they don't really protect you, to be perfectly honest. Law enforcement, they don't really protect you, but you get a psychological satisfaction seeing Black people getting militarily dominated by law enforcement and the U.S. military in this country in order to make you sleep better at night, like, hey, we got these Negroes in check. You're already paying reparations. You're paying reparations now. It would be best to pay reparations in a just way, and that's what we're trying to do now, and that's what we're going to do. The reparations will be paid. Let's be very clear. We cannot have a system of white supremacist domination just indefinitely. That's just not going to happen. Too many of us are pushing back from that. Foundational Black Americans, we have not been a group of people who are psychologically defeated. A lot of other people from other places, they've been psychologically defeated. We have not. We still resist systematic white supremacy. We're not afraid. These terrorist attacks that they launched, they're designed to make us afraid, and that's just not going to happen. We're going to stand firm, and we're definitely going to get reparations. Let me get some people to chime in on that.